Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are across the globe. Welcome to On the Sofa with Esther. Well, as you know, legends and pioneers sit on this sofa, as well as some of the most incredible indie artists. And each person has an incredible story to tell. Now, this lady, um, is an incredible person. She's done so much in her lifetime. And one thing that I take my hat off to, she strives to keep the legacy of her father alive. And shall I introduce you to her properly so that you know what she's all about? Well, this lady is Brenda Taylor. Is it Ricky? Have I pronounced your name properly? Yeah?
Well, Reese is my marriage name.
Reese. Okay, so this is
Reese.
Brenda Ricci Taylor, and she is the daughter of one of the greatest guitarist legends ever, Eddie Taylor, or Eddie PlayBoy Taylor, as you call him.
Eddie Taylor, BigTown Playboy.
Big time PlayBoy. So, Brenda, thank you so much for joining me today. And I know we've tried to connect. We connected a couple of years ago, but we've tried to connect over the past year, and it's never quite happened. But it's a real privilege to have you on the show because you are just moving mountains, lady. Every time I look around, there's something else that you're doing, and the real essence of what you do is to keep your father's legacy alive. So, without further ado, Brenda, who is Brenda in a nutshell, peanut shell, or a coconut shell?
I would say in a nutshell because I go nuts for my music and everything I believe in.
You're good. Okay, so Brenda, just take us back a bit because I'm going to go back a bit and then come forward a bit so people get an idea of who you are and the essence of your father and his work, where that he's left a really strong legacy. So just share, some of the more poignant points about who was Eddie Playboy Taylor. BigTown.
Well, my father, Eddie Taylor, I just want to go back a little bit. My father, I was born to my parents, Vera Taylor, which is a well-known artist, and my dad, Eddie Taylor, BigTown Playboy, who got his start from VJ Records in 1955 with Jimmy Reed on harp, one of his main singles, Write 'Em One Down, which the Rolling Stones recorded, and you have other people recording it. My father was a well-known legend. Right now, everybody, all the young people, all the young generation is learning from his. They are learning from his of his music. They're using his music in museums. They use it in colleges. He have a lot of hit songs actually all over the network. You can go find him anywhere. You can just type him up, Wikipedia, what is it, Walmart, Barnes Noble. He's everywhere. He's also is a mentor for the upcoming generations of our youth, because all the stuff that they actually playing, they got the style and the sound from Eddie Taylor, and he's a great inspiration to society on today. And I'm just glad that I was birthed in a family like that with my mom and dad. My mom used to write his music. They get together and do music. My mom and dad got music together. He's in the Hall of Fame 2-3 times, the Handy Awards. Actually, I'm getting ready now to put all his music, his actually not music, but his instruments in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. And you're really driven to keep his legacy alive because I see you're consistent. And I know sometimes, we do want to keep our parents' legacies alive, especially, parents who really, they encourage people stand on their shoulders, artists stand on their shoulders, history stand on their shoulders. But you are so driven, Brenda. It's commendable. And for you, why is it important to keep the legacy alive? What is it about that historical moment of your father that's important to drive forward?
Well, I'm gonna keep it real with you. My father's name was almost lost for all the great things that he accomplished. And it was like, for some reason, he kept going on the back burner. Now, I'm gonna be honest, he couldn't read and write, so he was ripped off from a lot of his rights to his music. And oh my God, I cried. I'm not gonna lie. It brought tears to my eyes to see how he would actually write these songs and put these songs out there, and well known back in the 50s. And then here it is, and somebody come like right along now, and they are recording, and he wouldn't get no recognition for it. So I've been a working vessel trying to keep the legacy alive, to keep his name alive, to let everybody know who he was, what he represented, and what he stood for. Like, I was out one day and the guy was playing one of his songs. I can't think of the name of the song right now, and I asked him when he came down, I said, do you know whose song was that you just got through performing? He named another artist. I said, no, that's my father's song. And then I went into my phone and to BMI and BMG, and I pulled the statements up and let them see that was my father's song. So these are the reasons that I pushed so hard to keep the legacy alive with all his genres of anything that he's done. And also, I'm the CEO of Eddie Taylor Blues Foundation. I've been there every year for the Chicago Blues Fest for the city of Chicago. And that's the main thing, with memorabilia stuff like cool t-shirts, hats, the VJ stuff, his CDs, everything, just to keep pushing it. So it's like everything, since I've been doing it for the last 4 years, things have kind of enlightened and doors is kind of opening now. So, and then also I got a sister, Demetria Taylor. She's out there. She's helping. Then my brother Eddie Taylor Jr., rest in peace to him. He was pushing, but he passed away. And then I got a brother, Timothy Taylor, drummer, and Larry Taylor. So, we trying to all come together and fuse something,
Excellent.
And that's, we got to keep that name alive, because at one while, it was crazy. Like, they were just snatch and grab. Like, I'm like, I can't do this. Damn, my mom died, and there was a lot of unfinished projects. So, yeah. So now it was all left up to me to try to finish it,
And Brenda, what do you think it was about your father that made him so special? Because he was incredibly talented. So what do you feel made him the person he was? What attributes?
I would say his unique style. He had a very distinguished style. It was licks and his picks. It was the picks and his licks. It was his style. He was the lump behind all of the Jimmy Reed. My dad, whenever you hear that lump, that's my dad. My dad didn't play with Buddy Guy. Buddy Guy, he done played with a lot of legends, like just a whole lot of them out there. Yeah. If you go to Anton's 25th anniversary, you will see Dad on there. They all on stage together at Anton's. Yeah, he done played with Elmore James. I mean, Muddy Waters. Yes. Oh my God, it's just, if you look him up, it'll tell you all the story. Anybody want to know anything about Eddie Taylor, BigTown, PlayBoy, just Google his name on there and then go to YouTube. He have huge categories of CDs with stories to tell behind it.
Excellent. And you yourself, Brenda, you are in the music industry as well, because I remember seeing you perform at an event that was hosted by Brenda Wilson, the daughter of the late Jackie Wilson, yourself, and who was the lady that performed with you? Apologies, I've forgotten her name.
Rose Reed?
That's right, Rose Reed. And it was just so nice to see you both on stage strutting yourself, and you both have this incredible energy between the both of you. It's almost like you just bounce off each other. What does it feel like to be an artist in your own right?
Well, I'm gonna say something right quick with Rose Reed. You remember I just say Jimmy Reed and Eddie Taylor was like two peas in a pot, and Eddie was the lump. You had Dad had Jimmy Reed back. So me and Rose is like, there's no Jimmy Reed without Eddie Taylor without Jimmy Reed, and there's no Rose Reed without Brenda Taylor. So that's how we collaborated and started doing things together to keep our legacy alive. But I can go to the next question. Now ask me the next question again.
That sound of Jimmy Reed is unmistakable. And the great Eddie Taylor, come on. And when you hear it, you can't help but move. You gotta groove, you gotta move, right? All right, here we go.
I remember. So the next question was, how does it feel to be an artist in your own right?
Well, I'm impregnated because of my father and mother. I have famous people on my mom's side, which is Jimmy Burns and Eddie Burns. That's my mom's side. Then I got my dad's side. So they both are all legends and Hall of Fames, and they well known around the world. So I'm like impregnated, you know, I'm like an Oreo cookie. I'm compressed. I'm just that I go to sleep. I can go to sleep and wake up with a whole song. I'm a writer, I'm a composer. I anything that I put my mind to, I pretty much can pull it off, especially when it comes to music. I love music. When I was little, I used to do talent shows. I used to look, let me tell you, when my mom and them used to leave, I never knew this, but your dreams are your destiny. I'm gonna tell you why. My dad would be down there playing with Howlin' Wolf on 2700 block of Madison. And then when they would leave, before they would leave, let me get it right, I would peep down the exhaust thing and look down there and see Howlin' Wolf crawling on the floor with the mic. And I would see he was summoning playing guitar, and I would see my dad playing guitar, and I see my mom. My mom used to sit in and sing sometimes. Actually, I'm gonna send you a picture with my mom and Howlin' Wolf and my dad. So when they would leave, I would actually sneak in the closet and put on my mama dresses and get her mics and stuff. Then I would go in there and get my daddy's suits and put them on. I was always this fairy tale person that believed that I'm gonna be what all the things I'm acting out. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna be, and it's crazy. I am. That I mean, it's scary to me, but I pull it off for some reason. Like, I want to be a singer. I'm a singer. Yeah. I want to be a business owner. I'm a business owner. Now, remember, I was doing this from a kid. I would leave and I would go when my mom and dad would leave. I would go in the closet and put on their clothes. I get in the mirror and sing and do all these crazy things from talent shows. I used to do my own coordinations of dances and pretty much anything. And then not only that, just with other things, like I used to help like kids and moms didn't have like moms with no kids with no fathers otherwise. I used to do a lot. It's a lot of things I do, like drug counseling, all this stuff I was impregnated with. Certified health studies, going out there saying about old people. You know, let me see. I'm gonna show you right quick. This is my whole works right here. And it's crazy, but this is who I am. Let me turn this around. Hold on.
Oh, she's gone.
I don't know if you can see it. The women's blues.
Okay, yes. Yes.
This is me in the Big City Rhythm Blues magazines with Bobby Russ, track 1. I'm track 7 and Mary Lane, track 2. This is me doing a show with the Cadillac Record family Chicago Blues All-Stars. As you see, this man, the Jackie Wilson book.
Oh, yeah.
This is my dad on DJ Records from all the big labels. This is me, all my businesses. This is all my businesses, non-for-profit and for-profit, my publishing. I did some stuff down at Ground Zero. You see me on the front cover of Ground Zero here.
Okay.
Okay, you see me in the Big City Rhythm Blues magazine again. Then you see me there with Jimmy Johnson, Seal Johnson, brother. And I got a lot of stuff on this wall, just a lot of stuff.
Wow, look at that. Fantastic. So your father definitely left such a strong legacy, not just in terms of his audience, his fans, but also in and through you. And where to next, Brenda? Because have you not received an award recently? Is there something about an award as well?
Yeah, I'm receiving one. I have received awards, but I was up for Grammys. I was just showing this as I'm talking. As for Grammys, I just got on a major label, Wolf Records, and I'm working on something with that. We going places. I got my band together, so I'm doing shows. This the famous Shamika Copeland and Coco Taylor, daughter and me.
Okay. Wow, you got a museum in there, Brenda.
Blues Fest. But let's get back to talking now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, let me turn this camera around.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, wow, wow. So if there was anything that you wanted people to know about your father, I mean, like you said, they can go and check him out on the internet. But if they say that if there was 3 things that you wanted people to know about your father, what would that be, Brenda?
I would like him to remember his legacy. I would like them to know that he was a hard worker. He believed in himself. And I would also say follow him and try to learn his style, because you got a lot of people killed from his style. You got people still trying to learn that riff right now. If, like I said, if you go to YouTube, you'll see all the great things that they were saying about him. Like he was one of the greatest, and all the extra read all about it stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And for yourself as well, what's coming up for you this year? Because I know, I mean, from all of that, I know you're busy, busy, busy. Because every time I turn around, especially on Facebook, you're doing something and you were just driving from like, yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl.
Okay, well, I got some gigs coming up. I'm gonna send you the screaming. I'm supposed to be vendoring for the Blues Fest. This will be my 4th year anniversary, maybe 5th. I'm not keeping up. That's why I was showing you on the wall different stuff. And also, I got a gig coming up March the 18th, and I have a gig coming up for March the 26th, screaming in my basement. My basement is the entertainment basement down there.
Yes.
And it's called Brenda's Family Room Entertainment. That's where we rehearse on my studio and everything down there. So we scream out of that. And also Hyundai car dealer, they actually like my song, I'm Moving On, and they think it'll fit the profile of a fast driving car. So I gotta work with them with that. They want to promote the song on one of their commercials.
Wow.
And also they can find all my music on, the name of my CD is Buggy Ride on Wolf Records. And they can go to Google and type up Brenda Taylor Buggy Ride, and what will pop up under that link is Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Pandora, iTunes, Spotify, eBay, and lots more. So I'm all over. I'm everywhere now.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And I always like to ask my guests before we wind down, Brenda, for people who just who are sitting on the sideline, what is it that you can inspire them with to just take that leap of faith, especially since we've come through these incredible times over the past few years? Like I said before, it's challenged some people, it's traumatized some people, but for others, it's enabled them to find themselves and to discover their dreams. So what sort of advice could you share with people now who are just sort of sitting on the sidelines?
Look, one thing you do is believe in yourself. When you was created as an image of power and fire, meaning that you can be and do anything you want to. Like, all you got to do is have that self-esteem and that pull to believe. Also, you can find something. Just imagine like something you want to be and work at it. Just work hard at it. Like, I have had a lot of people tell me, you do too much. I say, no, you don't do enough. A brain is a terrible thing to waste. They be like, you talking too fast. No, you listening slow. You're not hearing me. I wouldn't have all these things that I wouldn't have all these things that I have if I didn't believe in myself. And you got to remember, time, and you can't get time back. Like, you ever see people go and drop out of school and then they go back? That's a good thing, but keep going. If you in school, keep going. If you doing music, keep going. Believe. Just keep working hard at what you can believe, that you can be anything that you want to be. You got to believe in yourself and you got to work. You know the saying, a man don't work, a man don't eat. But don't be lazy. Just believe in yourself and push. Push and pull. Ask questions. Wreck people's brains. If you don't understand something, don't be scared. Ask them, what do you mean? Tell them to break it down in definition, translation, whatever it is to get what you need.
Amen. Wow, fantastic, fantastic. And is there anything else you want to say about your father before we end this end this segment, Brenda?
Well, I just want to say that I'm pushing real hard for my father. He's not here to do it. It's just crazy how he died on Christmas Day. I took him to the hospital Christmas Eve. He died on Christmas Day.
What year? What year is that? What year?
He died on Christmas Day, 1985. 1985. So I always told my father, I said, when I was like growing up, I'm like, if anything happens to you, I promise you I got your back. And I don't know why I was a little girl speaking these words. Once again, a little girl going in the closet, getting clothes, a little girl doing all these phenomenally great things, just believing in myself, you know. And y'all, I work so hard. I ain't gonna lie, I work hard. I work real hard. I barely get sleep.
But now you are, you're as I said, your father would be proud because you're not just working it. People are seeing the results of that, and that's what's important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you have to work. Like anything you want to pursue, you have to work at it. Everything is. You just it's not a rush job, it's a process. You have to work at it. You just gotta get it till you get it. Keep pushing till you get it.
I know that journey as well, all too well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed this interview with Brenda, and you will get the links and everything to where you can go to find out more about her father, but also more about what Brenda's doing. And congratulations on that, on what you've been able with Hyundai as well. That's incredible. Okay, thank you so much, and hopefully I will catch up with you later in the year.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.